This will give me a second to share it around too.
It's Friday Night Live with your host, your brother Methos, and the Free, and recently escaped from the basement, Hoodies. And now for the car wreck of the show, welcome to the Cross and Fizz. We are live. What's going on, guys?
All right, what is up, beautiful people? It's Wolf Brother Methos.
And I am the Freak, and welcome to the show.
No elevator music tonight. No, we actually lost the file with our old elevator music, and actually we got this much cooler, better music from Brother Oni now.
Yeah. Spiffy.
Oni must still be in the basement. Superfly, good to see you. Who took my dice, Brother Steve? Hello to all. Merry Christmas to you all. Merry Christmas to you too, brother.
Merry Christmas to you, man. So excited, man.
G the Hypersapien says, ho, 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 Merry Crumpmas.
What'd you say about my mother?
Brother Meeks Slapping them cheeks says, Merry Christmas and hail to the fellowship, baby.
Hell.
I added the baby. Yeah.
I like that.
Superfly. Happy Christmas to one and all.
Indeed.
Freak, nice to see you. Just Freak? No, it's not nice to see me. Top liver.
Nice
I
to
tell
see
you,
you
everybody
too,
comes on
Brother
this
G.
show and everybody wants Freak.
Oh my God.
Oh, man. Elevator music will always live on in our hearts. Oni's out in the chicken coop. Very warm, Merry Christmas, you sexy beasts. Merry Christmas to you,
Merry
fellow
Christmas, my man.
So it is the stream before Christmas. It's not going to be a super long one tonight, guys. We're just going to have a little chill with the hobby community. However, I do have some big news regarding 40K in the new year. I got sources, and you guys know.
Did you say big news or nudes?
Big news.
Oh,
like.
news. Okay. All right. That's good too.
But yeah, there's you guys know I've got a couple sources I talked to, and for the most part so far, when we've had something new come out, and I tell you guys, hey, I've got a source and I heard something. For the most part, I've been pretty close. Minnie Warman says, "Don't you start, Freak." So yeah, but we'll get to all that in a little bit. It is the hobby night before Christmas. I always have to have the volume down with you guys.
Sorry.
Oh, that's what most people do anyways. They're afraid they might actually hear some of the junk we have to say.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Sorry, Mrs. Mutt. Dang.
Oh man. So, Freak, I know it's been a busy week for many of us.
Yeah.
Did you get any hobby on this week? What
I
you got for?
I got a little bit done. I'm actually working on a particular project for a particular friend.
A projecto.
Yes, sir. And I'm only going to show this one part, and that's it. That's this one piece.
Wait! I got to click over to the full screen. There we go. Ooh, what is this?
That's it.
Looks like a tank of some kind.
That's it. That's all you get. That's it.
Ooh. Something to.
Only showing a
wet
little
my
leg.
Whistle.
Just showing a little leg.
Wet my whistle.
Wet your whistle. I like you to wet my whistle.
That's it. We've already gotten Mini Warmutt's missus to ban to ban the TV now.
You can hear her storming down the hallway. Doom, 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 doom. What are you watching? Drugs?
That's right. We're too shameful to admit that we were being watched. So,
are you watching those Frost and the Freaks and Frisk and stuff again?
The safer alternative is just admitting to porn.
Yeah, drugs, honey. All just drugs. Just lots of crack. I'm addicted.
Is that Frost and Fist? No, it's drugs and porn. I swear.
Because you don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. I know when you're watching those filthy animals.
Reading program in full effect. Is that kind of party?
Well then, when in Rome.
Wonder what would happen if you typed that into Google.
What, the freak breeding program?
I'm pretty sure you get a few results.
Let me, I'm going to try it.
For science.
For science, but I'm going to do it.
Not on camera, of course.
No. I'm going to do it on a new private window. All right, let's see. Freaks breeding program. Who comes up? Freaks Axie extension. How I sell by breed Axies and manage scholars. Don't know what that is. The basics of Axie breeding. What the hell?
Interesting.
What is an Axie? Is that a freak?
I don't know.
Oh, so they're called freak show bucks.
Interesting.
Yeah, when breeding, there's one. When breeding creates freaks. Let's see. Bulldog breed information. There's nothing about freaks though. Freak of nature, cow runs the elite world of cattle breeding. Here you go. But we don't do oxes though, because you have to grab up the ox. Let's see.
So apparently, it's funny because the freak breeding program came from a picture of a dog. It may only make sense that the #1 search result involves dog breeding.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Whole channel ruined by one stream. Showing flames. No, we're just talking about breeding dogs. We're very avid collectors of dogs.
Yes. We love our puppies.
Dog. Yep. And yeah. And if you want a pedigree, now I went to the pound, but if you want a pedigree, one way to get a pedigree is to go to a breeder. It's all very normal.
True.
See? Totally normal, guys. Totally normal. Definitely not unhinged here on a Christmas Eve. Yes. I feel like we've been here before doing a stream on a Christmas Eve.
We've done it before. We've never missed a single one.
2 Freaky Farm building programs. Also, you had some other hobby stuff. You got to play a little of the new 40K game last night, right?
I freaking did. Oh, so, okay. I'm going to open up a whole can of worms here. Oh, God.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So, I'm not a fan of loading screens. Okay. Now, Dark Tide is definitely is an issue with loading screens. Cliff! Holy crap! I'm really surprised I caught you in here tonight, man. Welcome to the show, brother. Cliff is a good friend. We met. He actually did our first tier support for the hospital that I worked at. So he's good people. Anyway, cool. Yeah. He's the one who has a really pretty cool wrestling.
The wrestling
video
podcast.
Yep. It's kind of really good. He's got some really great intros and stuff. So pretty badass. I'm gonna have to find a link and throw it on there. So anyway, what the hell was I saying? I still got the freak breeding program on my head.
Dark Tide loading screens.
Anyway, so I started playing that when I first got it. I really liked it when I was actually playing the game. But my problem is that when it goes from one loading screen to another, it was just ridiculous. It was long. It was just so cumbersome. Literally took like 2 to 3 minutes just to jump into the next screen. I'm like, dude, I'm done. So Marine and Meeks, we got together. We tried to play some Valheim, but for some reason the server wasn't having any of it. And so we started playing that last night. And, I mentioned, I'm not a fan of the loading screens. It's just taking forever. But I'm going to tell you what, though. The game is beautiful. It's unbelievable. The graphics are through the roof. And my computer handled it just perfectly. There's no tearing. There's no jumping. It's gorgeous. I've got the video set to max. No issues at all. Where the problem is because I'm still using a mechanical drive, versus a solid state. And so, of course, it's a large freaking game. And so it's loading the loading screens from one to another, from one scene to another. Just it kind of takes a little toll. So that's the only area that I have a problem. So the guys were busting my chops all night. Too bad Freak doesn't like the game. All the loading screens. I'm like, man, shut up. I didn't say I didn't like the game. I said I can't stand loading screens. It kind of kills it for the game. I guess you don't like the game. So that was the whole night. But it was a lot of fun. It really, really, it's almost like playing Left 4 Dead or Back 4 Blood, but just everything is Warhammer 40K. It's so neat.
I love it. I want it. I can't wait.
Yep. It's so cool. Oh man, yeah, we actually saw some Lehman Russ's tanks, just sitting around,
Nice.
and it's just it's amazing. I'm telling you, the graphics, the scenery, everything, the environment, it's so Imperium. It's so amazing. It's a gorgeous game. So yeah. Yeah, man, definitely.
That's
Clip, absolutely, man. I'm gonna have to dig up the see if I can find the link real quick here.
So myself, I have been a building fool. I did do some painting. I already showed it off. I actually went on Greg's stream and showed it off because I knew that I wouldn't be able to mail it to him and get it to him. I just started on it too late, but I did finish the paint job, and I showed it off on his stream. I have some close-ups so we can show off a little later, but I finished Robute Gilliman.
Ooh.
And Gamers with Coffee Greg is the channel that I decided to throw a Christmas gift to this year. And he has been he has the Indominus set and just a couple other bits and pieces, but he's been struggling with his Ultramarines to pick up a W. And I'm hoping by adding the Primarch of the Ultramarines to his army,
Nice.
he'll be able to pick up a W in the future. I ended up enjoying painting this so much, and I like the way it came out. You ever paint up something for somebody else? You're like, man,
I want one.
yeah, it's like I have to do one of these now for me. I've been bitching about Gilliman for months. Don't get me wrong; he's an awesome model. It's just his stats aren't quite reflective of his status as a Primarch or even a Supreme Commander. But I'm gonna woosah. I'm not gonna
Woosah.
work up on that.
Don't
Yes, Henry Cavill. It's going to be a thing with Amazon now. It's amazing. I am super hyped about that, Cliff. Gonna need to see some close-ups. I did take some. I will send them over to Freak. We can show them off later tonight. Actually, merging with another channel. Nice. We had so much fun last night. Just don't mess with the demon host, Freak. It's going to be a thing. You want to tell us about that? Did you mess with something you weren't supposed to last night, Freak?
What? Hold on. Here's the link to Cliff's channel. It's called The Fighting Chance. It's really good. So go if you guys are into wrestling, any bit of wrestling at all, go check it out, guys. Really good stuff.
Very cool.
Okay. All right. Go on now.
Cavill is supposed to be part of the creative team, not just an actor. And that's one thing
Oh, really?
I like about nerdy stuff. Henry Cavill is extremely passionate. That's why Henry's no longer on The Witcher, because he wanted to stay true to the source material, and the directors, of course, they wanted to put their own spin on it, just like directors always want to do. They can't just follow a book because that wouldn't be their work. They got to make it their own, And that's one thing. Cavill wasn't having any part of it. He said, "No, we got to stay true to the source material." So he walked.
Yeah.
Yes, he actually missed his original call to be Superman because he was playing WoW. So he is definitely a hardcore gamer. He was playing World of Warcraft. He was doing a big boy raid and missed his phone call to be Superman. So I love it. He's a nerd. And there's been a couple of times where he's been in the middle of an interview for The Witcher and stopped to talk about, I saw this thing and it reminded me of Warhammer. And then another time he did the same thing while interviewing for Superman. He's like, I saw this thing, it reminded me of Warhammer. And of course, many people have seen the bit where he's being interviewed and the interviewer is trying to, tease him about, so I hear you play with little toy figures. What is it? Warcraft figures? Excuse me. It's Warhammer. And he stopped and he talked about his Warhammer army. And he was on there with, what's Spider-Man's name? The actor who plays Spider-Man. Not Andrew Garfield, but the newer one. Tom Holland. Yes. Tom Holland was like, hey, can I come over and play? And so Henry Cavill and Tom Holland set up basically a play day for Warhammer in the middle of the interview. It was awesome.
That's epic, man.
I watched a video of him building his own PC rig. Yes. I follow his Instagram. It's very cool. Henry is a Custodes player in Warhammer. Thank you, chat.
Cheesy as hell. That's all right. We still like him.
I mean, he's Superman.
He is Superman.
You could see Superman playing a Custodes, right?
I could, yes. I could. Shirtless. Yep, absolutely.
A shirtless Custodes. So I don't know what they're going to do, but whatever it is, I'm excited for it because I freaking love Henry Cavill. I freaking love Warhammer. Just these two things going together. This is amazing. I still like the art. I'm not that I want him to play it because I don't think there should be a movie or series of the Emperor. But one of my favorite things is Henry Cavill, the picture of Henry Cavill as the Emperor. That somebody did fan art of. I love it. So he's a cheater. Custodes, cheater. I talk so much mad shit about Custodes that when I finally get my Custodes army running, I'm going to get it all back 20-fold. He is a sexy beast. That's true. That's true. But yeah, I'm super hyped for it. So I did Gilliman this week. And then after that, you guys saw I started these cannons on the show last week. All I did is today but I got to be on Hobby Corner Kev's show earlier today as part of his, pre-Christmas show. That was kind of fun. That was a lot of fun. I love hanging out with Kev. He's good peeps. I did some more of the putting black down where metals are going. That's about it. But because I didn't I think because I pushed myself so much painting up and trying to get the Primarch done for Christmas that I just felt the urge to take a break from painting and do a little building. So starting last weekend, I got so excited building up my first 6 squads of Imperial Guardsmen, I realized I didn't actually model any of them with radio Vox units on their backpacks. And so when I was playing them, I just basically had to point out one of in each of the squads and say, this guy's the Voxcaster. So I built up a few more. Man overboard. I built up a few more with the little Voxcaster antenna on their backpacks. So 6 Voxcasters, because I have 6 units of infantry currently. So I built up 6 dudes. You guys know building is not usually my thing, but for some reason, with Guard, I've just had a pleasure doing the building, the painting, the whole process, even batch painting. So currently, my 6 infantry squads are all Cadian infantry, are regular infantry, because I like taking heavy weapons teams. But I started thinking about it, and I think for some of my forward deploying, running forward and taking objectives, they're not going to need heavy weapons because they're going to be on the run. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick, run them as Cadian shock troops and give them double melta guns, which I think is going to do a lot of damage. If they can get close enough to use the melta guns, but since they're pushing forward, it's a little more likely. However, their sergeants can't take the sword and plasma combo like I've done for all my other infantry because Cadian infantry is different from regular infantry. And so I've put together, I keep doing this, and there's no back to it, and it just blends in. Here we go. And so, I built up 4 sergeants with drum-fed autoguns. So they'll add a little bit to the squad's ranged firepower with the autoguns. It's still like AP0 firepower, kind of like a bolter or a lasgun, but it's just number of shots. And for the actual dammies, I built up, like I said, I have been building and converting all week. I built up 6 more melta-gun guys. So I told you I want to start taking the double melts in my infantry. So 6 more melta-gun guys. So that's 2 for each of 3 squads forward deploying, rushing forward towards objectives.
Nice.
I built up 3 plasmas because those units with the heavy weapons on my backfield, with the heavy weapons, the melta-gun is only 12 inches. So plasma being 24, I figure they can help add to some of the longer range firepower. So a couple plasmas in my squads. And then finally, I don't even have a plan to use these guys in my squads yet. I just think that they look cool. So in case I need some extra special weapons on my back line, or if I feel like just playing them because they look cool, I built up 3 guys with grenade launchers because grenade launchers look freaking cool. They are okay options. It's right now they only have, you can get strength 6, but it's only AP1. I can give them a special order that'll make them AP2, which is okay. But having a 30-something range will be great for babysitting a backline. Especially if I get them up to AP2, strength 6, they'll be okay. And they do D3 damage. So they're not like optimal, but they're okay. I just like the way grenade launchers look. And just the sound you can imagine when somebody picks up a big drum-fed grenade launcher and goes, boom! Remember when we used to play Call of Duty? And after you got to like level 30 or something, you get the underslung grenade launcher?
Yep.
Oh, man. I miss those days we used to play Call of Duty together. So yeah, that is what I've been doing. I've just been building. So that's 6 communications guys, 6 melta guys, that's 12. 4 of the auto gun sergeants, that's 16. And then 3 grenade guys, 19, 3 plasma, 22 guys I built this week.
Wow.
So,
you've been busy.
I've been building. And like I said, I finished off Robute Gilliman. So, yeah, pretty exciting. He needs to make a series of short stories where he plays different characters every time, a different character every time, who dies every time. Nice. Just him going through different stories of the 40K universe. That'd be cool.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's...
Yeah, Cliff says, I never played Warhammer. Well, you know what? There's a first for everything, man. Just saying. Always a first.
We got tables, we got armies.
Yep.
The only thing is that if you do, you fall into that classification of Warhammer nerd. That's the only thing.
Yep. If you like thinking with your brain every now and then, and like strategy, it's a pretty fun game.
It's a real fun game. Bolters should be AP -1. Well, if you take intercessors, they are. It's just kind of that push towards Primaris. Go the Primaris route. You'll be AP1.
Remember,
So, what are your big holiday plans this week, my brother? The night before Christmas Eve.
Oh man! So we went earlier today to have a gender reveal for my oldest daughter. So this is going to be her first girl. So really
Nice.
excited. Yep. It was like a little holiday get together between us, me and my wife, and her husband's mom and dad, stepdad. And so they did a little simple reveal there. So she's pregnant with her first little girl, first daughter. And then then tomorrow, I don't remember. I know tomorrow I'm playing at a Christmas what do you call it? Christmas thing. I just about do one every year. Probably won't be as elaborate as last year's or the last one that I've done. The last couple that I've done, but it's going to be a good production.
Cool.
And then, of course, Sunday is Twistmas. So, going to be with the family. It's going to be really, really nice.
Awesome. Hey, freak! Oh, door and clean up in aisle 8.
Yeah, that's another thing that... yep. Because that never gets old.
Well, let us in on the joke.
Well, no, so they were going on and on about, everybody else goes on and does all the hard work while the Imperial Fists stay back and clean the toilets for the Emperor, I'm like, yeah, okay. You haven't read much of the books then. Yeah, that's totally understandable. So.
Good morrow, Brother Heinrich. Hobby time with HP. Good to see you, brother. Hope you're doing well. January is when the new balanced data slate comes out. And
hold on to your noggins.
And interestingly, of course, the new season of Warhammer's coming out, and the seasons are where things changes. Russ isn't housebroken, so we just go and pee on the enemies in the enemies' houses. Is that what we're doing? The season changes are where we get big rules changes, like having to start paying CP for warlord traits and warlord traits and relics like we do now. And before that, that's when we started getting reduced to 6 CP instead of 12 CP. And so these seasons kind of change the way the game works. Like within the same rules, it just kind of shakes things around and like taking the same rules but new ways to play, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Warhammer put up a little preview of the new season on their website yesterday morning. And the new thing is that there's going to be a new free detachment, 0 CP. And basically it's a smorgasbord. Build whatever you want. Okay, so it's a 1 HQ and either 3 troops, 3 elites, 3 fast attacks, or 3 heavy support. Or 3 Lords of War too if you're doing knights. So you build what you want and it's free. And then you get all your optionals. Then you can take flyers on top of that. You can take up to 12 troops. You can take up to 6 heavies. You can take as much as, just a whole bunch of stuff. It's a big ass detachment that you can take one of and not spend any CP. So now you have plenty of CP left over for the things that you want, like your warlord traits, your relics. Hobby Corner Kev, I was just mentioning I was on your show earlier, and thank you for having me on earlier. What a badass. If you are not already subscribed to Hobby Corner Kev, you can either click on his name and go subscribe right now, or you can click on our link down below, the Friends of the Frosted Fist link tree, and he's listed there as well. It was a pleasure being on his pre-Christmas show. My Christmas cooking is completed around 5 o'clock this morning. Corpse starch cookies for everyone. Yes, corpse starch cookies, delicious. So yeah, detachments being free and not having to struggle. Freak, you ever have trouble because you're like, I wish I had room for one more heavy support or one more elite slot.
Yeah. Yeah. That's always, man. Yeah.
Being able to get up to like 6 or whatever you need is like, so freeing. So yeah, it's awesome. This new detachment is going to be awesome. It's going to be free CP, and allies are coming back. Yeah, so they're doing the whole Battle Brother system. So now your Imperial Knight, you can actually take it as an ally to your Imperial Fists for no CP. Free ally
cool.
detachments. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
We need to have you back on the show sometime, Hobby Corner Kev. I mean, I say that like it's no big deal to just keep you up all hours of the night, but ideally it would be fun one day to have you back. Just because you're such good peeps, man.
Yeah.
So that is a big thing coming. Now, that's going to be cool. The allies coming back. One interesting thing, do you remember how I told you the lore for the Votann is like they come from squats of old, which used to be Imperium, but they've been lost somewhere in space, and they did some dealing with the Tau, and they're kind of like have some Tau technology, but they're also kind of like old leftover Imperium. They're a little halfway house, right?
Yeah.
Well, hey, Greg, good to see you. Keegan fought back more than I thought, but he's finally in the trunk.
That's what I'm talking about. Put that sucker into submission.
I got to be on Greg's show Sunday, too. Yeah, it was a pleasure as well. You should be fast asleep. That's right, brother. We love having you around, but go get some rest, man.
Right?
Votann are going to be able to be allied into the Imperium. So, you were talking about how one day you might like paint up a small collection of Votann.
Yeah.
Boom, they can go right in with your fists.
Have them 5-5 the fist together. All right.
Yeah.
Do some serious.
Add some of that railgun awesomeness and multi-hitting las cannons into your fists. A little extra firepower.
Yeah, I'm sure there's going to be some rule changes and nerfs here and there for that kind of stuff, but it should be really interesting.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm curious. Because remember that's what they used to do in 7th, so that was a lot of fun.
So there's also a couple other big changes. Now this is that's what Warhammer announced. This is stuff from my source, and this is the same source when I brought you guys leaks before that have been pretty spot on. Okay, new season. Armor of Contempt is going away. Except for the Votann, because theirs is called Void Armor. But yes, it's going to be lost on the Imperial Guard tanks. It's going to be lost on all of Space Marines. They are considering putting it on AdMech because AdMech is so underperforming right now. AdMech is actually performing worse than the Imperial Fist right now.
Yeah,
so they need some kind of help.
Yeah, but still, they could have boosted some other way.
They're considering that one's not finalized yet, but they're removing Armor of Contempt for Space Marines. Wow. But that's because they're going to boost Space Marines by giving all of they're giving discounts all across Space Marines. But the most common one is a 5-point decrease per model on all infantry. So you're talking about 16-point intercessors on Space Marine, dropping from 21, 22 points down to 16s. Which means you are going to be able to get more squads of them on the table and stuff like that. So 5 points per model, 5 models per unit. So you're looking at dropping between 25, 30 points per unit. Across your army, you're saving a couple hundred there, which could get you another dreadnought, So you're going to be cheaper, but you're going to be less durable.
Right.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of excited about that just because it gets confusing as hell when you're like, all right, what's the AP? AP is -3, but -2 for you because of Armor of Contempt. And you always got to do the talk, you know?
Yeah.
Just nice and clear. What's the AP? The AP is this.
Yeah. I mean, I understand that dropping the cost is beneficial up to a point. But if you're nerfing, I don't want to speak out of terms. I haven't seen any of the new changes and everything, so it'll be interesting to see what they are going to do to kind of help boost the Space Marines. Because if you take away Armor Contempt, I mean, that's not a broken system. That's nothing. That's how it should be. I personally think. So taking it away, I don't think is a great idea. I mean, take it away and substitute it with something else, maybe. That's what I'm curious to see.
I'm the same way. When I first heard it, I'm like, so Space Marines are going to be less durable. I feel like I got to see how it plays out. If the points discount, and like I said, that was an example on just all foot infantry is getting a 5-point decrease. There's no telling what kind of decrease is coming for dreadnoughts and land raiders and that kind of thing. Define cheaper when you have to buy more. Cheaper points wise, brother. Cheaper points wise. If you suddenly need another 20 Space Marines to make up for the new points, it's not going to be cheaper on the pocketbook. unless you just print a bunch of new Space Marines, but that's a different. That's a different story. So that is one massive change coming. Another massive change coming. Of course, every season they always change up the secondaries, right? Because it's one of the things, the same armies that keep winning sometimes keep winning because they have good secondaries, right? And actually, one thing I was looking at with Freak when we were playing Space Marines versus Orcs is that Orcs have really good secondaries, right? And sometimes it was just easier for me to find secondaries I could score a little easier on, right? So they shake up the secondaries, and usually that helps kind of change up who's winning and whatnot. And interesting thing, so Auspex has been doing a little series, a couple of videos now on, because of this new detachment where you can take 3 troops or 3 elites or 3 fast attack or 3 heavies or 3 lords of war, is that, well, that's a much less of a reason to take troops. Some armies, they want to throw a lot of the damage dealing units out there. I'll take not that this is a very efficient way to run, but like my Space Wolves or my White Scars, I like taking a lot of fast attack because I want to be able to spam bikes and wolves across the field, right? But I feel like to save CP, I need to take a troops tax, to have a certain amount of troops on the field, so that way I could get out as many cavalry and bikes as possible without cutting into my CP, right? But now that there's no longer a reason that you have to take troops to save CP, there's less incentive to play troops. Well, something they're doing with the new secondaries is they'll have secondaries that if you score the secondary with a troop choice or an armiger or a war dog, you get a CP back, which is pretty cool. You earn a CP for certain secondary objectives if you do them with the troops. So now it's not that troops save you CP, troops help you earn CP later on, which I think is pretty cool. So, the example I was given is that, one of my favorites with my White Scars and my Orcs is behind enemy lines. Because typically, if I rush forward with my bikes and my squigs and my trucks, I want to be in my opponent's backline anyways, right? So I try and get behind enemy lines. Well, if you score it with 1 unit, I think, you get 3 points. If you score it with 2 units, you get 4 points. And if you score it with a troops choice, you gain a CP. That's the example I was given. And apparently there's going to be a lot of secondaries like that where you can earn extra CP. So it's kind of cool that you can, it's like a side objective. You're scoring points, but also if you do it with your troops, you're earning something in addition. It's like a little reward.
Hmm.
So I think there's a lot of interesting things coming. Now, just like the previous seasons, have we learning to play with fewer CP and learning to play, paying for warlord traits and relics and stuff like that. It's just something we're gonna have to learn by doing. And I think, but it sounds like it'll be fun. Except for the look on your face, you're like, yes, fun. God damn it.
No, like I said, I'm gonna reserve judgment until I see everything come out, and then I'll get pissed off and say all kinds of crap. So,
have you heard anything I've said in the last 5 minutes? Or are you still stuck on the loss of armor of contempt?
No. I mean, it's just changes. It's changes, and every time they do this, they screw something up. That's. We've been doing this for how long now, and they'll fix something and break something else, and then piss a whole community off. So that's pretty much what the MO. So again, this is not a salt moment. This is more of like, I'm very cautiously optimistic. Yay! Goody.
Yeah, I was gonna say you are generally very cautious about changes. Yeah. That's understandable.
Yeah. Now, if we had a history of good changes, throughout across the board, then I'd be like, all right, I'm excited. The history does not dictate the same. My experience with changes from GW are like, oh God, what are they going to mess with now?
There has been some where it's been like, okay, when I like the terrain change and stuff like that.
Sure.
We were like, hey, okay, after playing it, I like this. This is more.
Nope. Exactly. Again, but it's the history of overall, because it's not everything. So again, I'm not sitting here. No, I'm not. It's not the salt shaker you're hearing. It's jingle bells. We're joyous. Yay! So we're not doing that tonight. I ain't doing all that. No, I'm really excited to see what comes out. And hopefully. They do right by the community and try to be fair across the board. That's all I want. It just never happens.
As the old veteran of GW, who took my dice, says, try doing this since second edition. I've seen changes you've never dreamed of.
It's like the old World War II veterans, like, you've never seen war. I was there in the trenches. Oh, they were coming after me, and I saw the whites of their eyes. Oh, you don't know what it's like to be there. You don't know what it's like to kill a man. It's like, good Lord. Okay, Gramps, calm down. Damn.
That's you. You don't know what it's like to kill a man with an AP0 bolter. Back before there were doctrines to boost your AP.
Like, yeah, dude. It's like, yeah, okay, get it. I get it, man.
I think we've talked about this before, but just being the end of the year, it's coming. It's on my mind, especially looking at the upcoming 10th edition.
Okay.
And granted, I'm actually excited about this new season. It sounds pretty interesting. I still don't think I'm going to buy the book. I think I'm going to do like we've always done, rely on Battlescribe to tell us what the new season is like. That's what we did with Nephilim, right? We were like, what are the new CP costs?
Yeah.
Battlescribe tells me what the new CP costs are.
Hopefully Battlescribe will still be around.
I mean, it's weathered. It's weathered all the threat and shutdowns that have come so far. But the reason I say that is that we've already got it confirmed 10th edition's on its way, right?
Yes.
You remember, I took this gamble in the 8th edition. What was it? The Prophecy of the Wolf was called, the season that went with it was called, actually, I've fallen for this twice now. At the end of 7th edition, it was called Warzone Fenris. and I've got the trio of books up here, and it was like, oh, a whole season of trilogy of books on that have to do with Fenris and Space Wolves. I'm buying it, and I bought it. Boom, 9th edition or say 8th edition.
8th edition, yep.
And then we're actually skipping editions. The next edition is 13 and a half.
God dang it, I knew it.
And Saga of the Beast, thank you, G. I was so excited for Saga of the Beast. Now, granted, it's not all GW's fault. It was COVID times. None of us were really getting in games at the time. But I bought the book, and the first game I had with it against Freak was right after 9th edition came out. And I was like so excited to finally use the book that I didn't get to use in the previous couple months. And I was like, I got there, and I was looking for the Call of the Wild or whatever that Wolf Lords used to get exploding 4+ to hit, so you could swing with 7 attacks from your Wolf Lord and rack up 14 hits. It was amazing. Yeah, they actually cut every single one of those. Yeah, they actually cut every single one of those fancy ass Space Wolf stratagems from Saga of the Beast. And I was so pissed. I was like, oh my god, I got this book because it was Space Wolves. It's Wolf Brother, it's Space Wolves. I need this book. And I never even got to use it. And I was so mad.
Oh, man.
I was so mad. And I was like, that's the second time. It's not going to get me this time. Okay? I'm excited about the new season. But you know what? Battle Scribe's going to take me into the new season. Okay?
Screw the books. Yep.
Screw the books, because what I will buy is the 10th edition books.
Sure.
I know it's coming. I'm not going to blow money on this one, knowing it's going to be outdated by 10th edition. I took that gamble before. I took it twice. The first time was shame on GW. The second time was shame on Methos. Okay, it ain't going to be a third time. I'm sorry. I didn't do the enough neck sass and snap. Ain't going to be the third time. Bye.
Don't do that again.
Ain't going to be.
Oh, my God.
I'm sorry. We'll go even more so. They ain't going to be.
Oh, my God.
Third time,
The Greens Point clap. Oh, my God. I can't with you.
Santa Claus made you sign a GW NDA and will deliver 10th edition under your tree tomorrow. Woohoo! Sassy Mythos is sassy. Oh, man. Is that a Call of the Wild new Zelda-style Space Marine? Oh, the stratagem Call of the Wild. I think it was Touch of the Wild. Something like that. Touch of the Wild.
Touch of the clap.
Touch of the clap. See, now I have to look it up.
ELAP.
Space Wolves stratagem. No, not Call of the Wild. Touch of the Wild.
No square. No, touch me there. This is my no square.
Touch of the Wild is what it was called. Use this stratagem in the fight phase. Select one Space Wolves character model in your army. Till the end of that phase, when resolving an attack by that model, an unmodified hit roll of 4+ scores 1 additional hit. It was ridiculous. Could turn your Wolf Lord into a freaking blender. Touching my wild things. Speaking of which, I need to watch Elston's new video about balls. Let me link it to you guys.
What? Go on.
Duplicate tabs. Well, I mean, the last time we had Elston on, his new video was about FAP. This time it's about balls.
I'm afraid.
Well, if you're interested, or anyone else is interested, you can go to this link here and watch Elston's Balls video. Yep, I did a video on balls. There you go. So, I really think / hope you like your gift freak. I'm only going to give you one clue because we're doing a Christmas Eve stream again. It was something that appeared during our show at one point in the past year. And you said at that time, I have to have this. So that's when I knew. And I just put it away in the file cabinet for later. But you said the words, I have to have this.
Do you have the balls to do big Warhammer?
If you want to watch it on stream, I give you permission.
To do big. I read it. Do you have big balls to do Warhammer? Okay. I'm going to have to definitely watch that one because there are times when I don't feel like my balls are very big. Oh, shoot, that's not Elston's. That's somebody else's.
He's given us permission to watch it a little bit on stream if you want.
Sure. Let's see. Let's kill some of the jingle. Kill the music.
And the question is, do you?
All right. Let's. Week.
Wait. It has swearing in it. Trust us. We couldn't get monetized if we tried. We're not worried.
All right. Let's see.
The one time we got monetized, it was because YouTube asked us to stop what we were doing. We didn't take it either. We told them we're no quitters.
Okay.
Guys, we'll give you $50. Please just stop what you're doing.
Yeah, just please cease and desist.
We were like, no way, man. Somebody requests the truffle shuffle, you have to, even if you don't want to.
We're no quitters. Of
course, then like somebody running to their mama, they decide to get their lawyer involved.
Right. Wusses. Okay, so let me see if this works.
An intro for this video.
Apparently, it only doesn't monetize if you swear within the first 30 seconds.
What I'm going to do for an intro for this video.
Good to know.
I wonder if I can get that narrator guy again. Dave? Yes, boss. Can you get the narrator? Righto. Finally, this year is coming to a goddamn end. What a year. Especially that horrible point where I had to do a YouTube video. How low could you get? But it's over now. You can sit
Try
down,
different.
a nice glass of mulled wine. You can forget about all of that nonsense.
Yeah, let me try different. Let's do a different browser because that's sucking. Let's do. Okay. Oh, there it is. Destination. Right. Do you balls big? Oh. Hold on. Stupid ads.
Intro for this video.
Okay. All right. Let's see if this. Bear with me, guys. No. No. Is this not the one? I don't see. Change it to Chrome. There we go. Okay. Elston's expressions are awesome. All right, let me do that. Okay, that should do it. Here we go, guys.
I wonder what I'm going to do for an intro for this video. I wonder if I can get that narrator guy again. Dave? Yes, boss. Can you get the narrator? Righto. Finally, this year is coming to a goddamn end. What a year. Especially that horrible point where I had to do a YouTube video. How low could you get? But it's over now. You can sit down, a nice glass of mulled wine. You can forget about all of that nonsense. Wait, excuse me. Who the hell are you? You look like Bigfoot's wife. Are you the narrator? I'm a narrator. You're Dave. Here you go, boss. Thanks, Dave. Get off me, you fucking hooligan. Right. Where the fuck am I? Ah, piss whistle, not you again. Hi. I suppose you want me to do some kind of funny intro for your YouTube video, right? Yep. And tell me, why should I do it? Because I'm awesome. I hardly think you can afford me right now. I'm at the big leagues. 2 words. Matthew McConaughey. Well, I'm assuming you want me to do something like, Welcome to Elstonation, where he talks about his big balls or something like that. Perfect. Wait, I mean... Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Elstonation. Welcome to this video. I was supposed to be getting another video out before the end of the year. However, that's not gone to plan. It will be coming later on down the line. But for now, you'll have to do with this. I put this together rather rapidly, but I wanted to explore balls. Only messing, I wanted to explore the concept of bravery when it comes to painting large Warhammer projects. Do you have the balls or the cojones to do large painting projects? Now, I am messing. Don't worry, Internet. I'm just joking. Just to get that out of the way before everyone jumps down my neck. But I wanted to explore the aspect of why people don't like painting large Warhammer projects and why they don't want to do it. I believe it's a fear factor. However, let's explore that topic and let's have a look at why you might need giant balls to paint big Warhammer. So there's two factors when doing this video. One, why do people want to do this? And two, why do people not want to do this? I know that's a little bit on the nose, but I do need to outline there are two sides to this coin. Not everyone's going to want to do this, but I want to focus on why people don't and why people do. Now, for me, I like doing this because it soothes some kind of possibly OCD about getting everything done. So I will take it all in one giant step to one giant step, and I will move them along step by step throughout the entire project. I really don't like going back through things. If I were to finish something and then I had to go back and do more again, that's the most frustrating thing for me. I want to do it all in one hit. Now, why wouldn't someone want to do that? Basically, it comes down to fear. Fear is the factor here. People see that amount and they get scared. They think, oh my god, this is going to take me forever. And that's the biggest problem. It won't take you forever as long as you tackle it. If you sit and procrastinate and you let your fear control you, essentially you will never get it done because you don't believe you can get it done. And that is one of the biggest hurdles I believe there is. There are more factors, but I think that is the initial point of why people do not do this.
Thank
and
you
why
so
people
much, Brother
focus
Elston. That's a good sample of the video, I think, but I definitely recommend everybody else go watch the rest of the 20 minutes of ball jokes. Elston's videos are always amazing.
Oh God, hold on, let me turn this off. Yeah, I do this every time. There we go. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Did we break and see it?
No, it's good. No, it's good.
Okay.
No. I keep forgetting to turn off the mega intro. So
Brother
it's all loud
Roxas,
and everything. So
Merry Christmas. Brother Greg, have a great night, brother. That is an awesome start to the video. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah,
I've definitely got to go back and watch the rest of it.
Yeah, because I mean, so it's actually interesting. Very interesting concept. I mean, and it's so obvious that Elsa Nation is definitely an OCD individual because just about everything on his desk and behind him is all in 90-degree angles, very similar to Brother Rob. You know, which again is another person that can, you know, have no issues with doing mass production, right? Or just anyway. Yeah, that's not my life. That's never been me. Unfortunately, my ADHD ass sees a lot of stuff and just shuts down. Like, oh, hey, a lot of stuff.
Much love and Merry Christmas to you too, brother.
Merry Christmas to you there, Steve. Have a good one, man. Have a good weekend. Enjoy it with your family. So yeah, that's the hurdle that I have to get past. So I have to take it in small chunks. Unfortunately, I can't take everything in big chunks. So I have to take it in smaller bites to make it bearable. So otherwise, I'd be like, yep, not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Not gonna do it. So
I'm Elston, but I think me recently, having done a few bouts of batch painting, and I think this about 1,800 points of Imperial Guard lately in just a couple months. I think it's the fastest I've ever painted an army.
you have been pretty much on the ball. So really good stuff, man.
Of course, I've been dropping everything else for my forward progress on the Imperial Guard, but
all good. That's all good. At least you're working on something, man.
True. Chipping away.
Yeah.
Chipping away, chip it away, chip it away, chip it away now. No? Okay, I'll stop. No chili peppers. Video in the near future is going to be painting two Titans, Jimmy and Timmy. I love it. Two Titans in a month. On the balls.
Of my feet.
Yes, of course. What have I done with my pink? Energy color. That's a mystery for another time, I suppose. But now it's going to bother me. Ah, here it is. It really wouldn't bother me for the rest of the night. So, it's almost getting close to time for us to start talking about some hobby resolutions. But on the flip side of that, is there anything that you're hoping to finish by year end, Brother Freak?
I want to get some of this Space Wolf stuff out of here for Rob or my son-in-law. That way he can start using them. Get involved in a couple of games.
That'll be cool.
Yeah, that's my main thing. So that's, if I can get this done before the year ends, then that's fine. Otherwise, I'm not gonna kill myself. As big as I can.
I know that will be a big factor for you right in there. I know when you have old projects laying around the desk, it's hard for you to focus on a new project.
Yep.
And so it kind of kills your motivation sometimes.
Yep.
It's just like, I need to get this done and off my desk.
Yeah, but I mean, at least, he's, every time he comes by, I have some more to show him, and, which is kind of cool. But, I'm definitely, he is my motivation right now to get some of this stuff out so he can get a couple of games in with a little more extra.
That's cool.
Yeah, stuff here. So
I love that y'all have been painting together recently. That's amazing.
Yeah, he's actually been doing a lot of painting on his own too. Matter of fact, his wife, my daughter, has actually decided to join him in painting.
What?
So,
She's painting too?
Yep, she's helping painting his models. They're doing it's like a little project they do together now. It's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man. So pretty proud of them. Aside from that, I think well, we'll go over that on our resolutions on things that we, I'm going to plan to do for the new year. But yeah, as far as this year, man, I think I'm pretty much done. I have to see how the things go with this new job. Not that it's a showstopper. I just have to see if there's anything that may kind of change. Of course, now that I'm driving farther, I'm getting up a lot earlier. I have to be in. It's a quite a drive, so I have to be there for 7 o'clock, and so I have to get up really, really early, 5 o'clock in the morning to be out there, which I have no problem with. It just getting home a little later and then trying to have fit in the time to be able to do the things that I need to do. Because I've been going to the gym in the mornings, I have to change that and go to the gym in the evening or afternoon when I get off of work, and then be able to find time to do other things. So of course, eat dinners, spend time with my family, with my wife, and then try to find time for the hobby. So that's going to be I've got to restructure my my schedules and my balancing act. So that's going to be the biggest thing, before committing to anything else this year.
Right on. Just got some affiliate money from Gap Games. Nice. Christmas came early. That's awesome. So New Year plans. Honestly, we don't really celebrate very big New Year's, so we usually come up with what we're doing for New Year's kind of on the spot. Like, hey, want to do this weekend?
Pretty much.
It's yeah. Some people are all about the New Year's, but just never been a huge celebrator of New Year's.
Yeah, I'm the same way. For me, it's just another day. I understand the importance of establishing goals and rocks, if you will. But that's fine. I'll just call it establishing goals. But I try to do that throughout the year, not necessarily one time in one time in the beginning of the year, and then you know what, forget about it.
Oh yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
I always have good intentions at the beginning of the year.
Right.
Kind of wrapping up some of our 2022 hobby goals. I know we were supposed to start on Legion. I always intended to paint a little Legion because I love the clone troopers. I love their look and their aesthetic. Just never got around to it because I started new armies, and got a couple new armies coming for next year. And once again, I'm just going to take like I do every year with things. I'm probably going to take a bunch of things from this previous year that I never got around to, like Legion. I would like to do it at some point and put it on the list for next year. But I did say the big one that I said was non-negotiable I would get done was I would paint up my Imperial Knight Army this year.
And
you're
gonna
y'all doubted me.
Yeah. I didn't doubt you. I just didn't doubt you.
Y'all doubted. And actually, I really enjoy playing that army too. But there's something simplistic about playing an army with 5 models.
Oh yeah.
I really enjoyed playing it. Like I said, I have a 0% win ratio with it, but I have enjoyed the games I've played with them. Like, immensely enjoyed. And I definitely would like to play some more with those in the end. I'm just going to treasure the last year before I turn 50.
I think you said 40. oh, Elston said 40. Mini Warmutt says 50. Yeah. Nope, I'm already there. Treasure it as hard as you can, man. 50, you start realizing, oh crap. Everything's breaking. Plumbing ain't working. Something's getting backed up.
Well, I'm just glad that I had a really good time celebrating my 30th birthday this year.
Yeah.
It feels so good to turn 30. I was a little apprehensive, but turning 30 this year wasn't as bad as I expected it to be. I'm going to treasure the last year before I turn into a pumpkin. Nice. My shape will resemble a pumpkin. Freakalicious man, we got to decide when we're getting together for Christmas.
This is true.
This is true.
Yeah,
but of course we know how that goes. We've got to check with our bosses.
Yep.
Let them clear a date, and then we'll get with each other.
Yep.
Yes, Elston, I'm really only 30.
Now, by the way, if y'all are smelling something, no, you did not step in dog crap.
Hey. Hey.
I'm just making a PSA here. Yep, pretty much.
Is it worth the nap? Man, at this time in our lives, I'll be Kornikev, you got to get it in where you can fit it in, man. Get that nap on.
4 hours before work. Ugh.
Maybe. Okay, the internet's doing its tricks on me again. That's right. I didn't say I was turning 30 for the first time, so it's still technically true, right?
It would be really awkward to know that Methos was just slightly older than my oldest daughter. So yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
I already got one idiot calling me Papa Freak. I don't need another one.
Oh man. Get it in where you can fit it in. Methos 2022.
Oh,
That's right. Put it on a shirt. And I mean, let's keep in mind, I'm Asian, so there's a lot of places.
Oh my god.
There's a lot of places. Anyways.
Yep, pretty much. Hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your husbands.
Hide your kids, hide your wife.
Or that.
Get it in where you can fit it in. Or else today, or just ram it.
Ram it. Ram it in.
Oh man. Well, guys, Freak, what's your favorite part of Christmas, man?
Honestly, this is my favorite part of Christmas. I get an opportunity to, count my blessings, and I get to just be grateful for friendship, man, for good friends, for my family. To believe that I'm in a good mental space, that my mind is at a good place, that I've reached more homeostasis opportunities than I've had in previous years, which is great. I don't know, maybe that's just me falling asleep. I don't know, but in either case, I
Okay,
enjoy
hold on.
this.
Homeostasis.
Somebody tell him what that is, please.
Optimal functioning for the organism. Okay. You're in a state of optimal functioning. Okay, thank you.
It's when your mind, your emotions, your body are all in equilibrium, a balanced, calm state, They got a little kind of rough, not even rough, just got a little off a couple of times with my job, but it wasn't unbearable. It wasn't like, when I was working for the ATM company. You remember that. You knew me during that time, and that was the darkest I've ever been. That's the most. Anytime I think of the worst job, or could this job be worse? Yes, absolutely. Most definitely can be worse, and that was most definitely the worst job that I've ever had. But yeah, I'm grateful, and the thing is, I get to spend it with family and friends. And yeah, I'm that's a part that I love. Yeah, I'm a kid too. I love gifts. When we were younger, my mom, probably when I was at the age of 4 or 5, actually, she became a Jehovah's Witness, so she stopped celebrating Christmas and birthdays and fun and life and so that was a lot of stuff that I missed. And all my friends really enjoyed it, and I'm like, oh, you guys are having so much fun. Anyway, so yeah, I still try to catch up for lost time, but yeah, I mean, I enjoy presents. I enjoy. I love my presents. I was like, oh, you're not gonna give me a present? You can just get out my house.
Wow.
No, man.
I better hurry up and get something.
You know, so I enjoy it. I enjoy it a lot. So, what's your favorite part of Christmas, man?
Same. I do also love all the little things that go with it. I mean, the fellowship, the friends, family is obviously the best part. But I think the more I level up, the more life goes on. I appreciate the little things that remind me of Christmas as a kid. The more I appreciate things like Christmas music and carols and Christmas movies and the decorations, the ornaments, all the little stuff that just, I don't know, that really invokes nostalgia, you know.
Mm-hmm.
The trimming essentially that goes with the season, you know. I also enjoy the fact that most people in general are in, you know, like out in public, are in a better mood or feeling a little more generous. I have so many instances. The year that I was between jobs, I had gotten downsized at my factory job, and I was working as a waiter for Christmas. And we didn't have that much as far as money goes in the way of for Christmas for, you know, the kids and stuff like that. And we were, you know, like I said, I had gone from a stable factory job to waiting tables, and single income family, you know, is already difficult as it is, especially trying to do it on waiting tables. Well, so we were like, man, not gonna be able to do that much for, you know, our kiddo this year. And we were at Walmart with, you know, my oldest was still a baby at the time, and just a nice man dressed in a Santa Claus costume came over to us and handed us $100 Walmart gift card that said, "Buy something nice for your kiddos for Christmas."
Oh, that's so cool.
And he did it to a couple of other families in the area, but that was just one of the random things. And then, of course, I've been doing this for about 10 years now, but it all started, I went to a Starbucks, and something was going on, and I pulled up, and they said, "Your order's already been paid for by the guy behind you." Or by the guy in front of you, I'm sorry. The guy paid for your order. And so instead of just taking the free coffee, I went ahead and paid for the next person's coffee. And ever since then, I've been going on New Year's or Christmas Eve to buy a coffee and pay for the next coffee. So that way
That's so
somebody
cool,
else.
man.
So it's just these little things where, you know,
Paying
people
it
are just
forward,
randomly generous to each other, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are things I really enjoy. It's just like, you know, the trimming that reminds me of, you know, gives me the nostalgic feeling, the feeling of just people being nicer and kinder, random acts of, you know, kindness that don't normally happen. And I tell you, I'm at a weird conundrum where, and in some respects, you know, I don't like dealing with people's crap, but on the other hand, though, I enjoy being nice to people, and I have this weird complex where people have to like Methos. But once somebody gets on my bad side, I'm just done with people's crap. You know,
You're like the drunk friend, you know. You take him out of parties, he gets drunk. You guys hate me.
I love all of you guys. There's no in between for me. I love people, and then there's people on the other list where I just absolutely hate them. There's very little in between. Like, if you guys have been in any Discord or Messenger chat with me for more than 2 minutes, you guys know those that I like as friends. I'm always telling you guys how much I love you all. You guys mean the world to me. But the second somebody flips that switch and does me wrong, it's like, this piece of trash.
You're
I'm
dead
gonna go muff
to
him up,
me.
freak.
You're dead. All right. You're dead to me.
That's more than happens in the UK. We just fight over who gets seconds of roast dinner. Mini Warm-Up says, pay it forward. Absolutely. I love Elsa's description. My mental space as a kid lost in a zoo. 1, I'm scared. But 2, I'm happy. Because, you know, zoo. Like, it is such a perfect description. I love it.
Until you get left there, and then the whole place locks up, So spend the night at the zoo by yourself.
I was having a little chat. Well, first I had a chat with another one of our mutual friends earlier, and then I was having a little bit of a chat with Kev earlier. I have not been in a perfect homeostatic place like you've mentioned yourself earlier. This year's been kind of a less than optimal year for me mentally, and I'm even I've been on some medication for most of the year for my mental space, and just some of the stresses that have been building up this year, like the drugs feel like they're not working as well, and I find myself a little more irritable, a little more snappish sometimes, and I described it to Brother Meeks earlier. That's just like, it's so weird because I can be, my normal, feeling normal, somewhat chipper 1 second, and then, the next second, I'm short tempered, or sometimes just downright dejected, kind of defeated, demoralized is another good word. I've just been kind of all over the place, and again, it's just my mental space, and part of it stems from, some medical news I got earlier this year, and it's really played a lot on my mind, and just you try and push forward and be as positive as you can. But I'm sure you've seen it too. I know on more than one occasion I've probably unjustly snapped at yourself or someone else. And it's just, I'm not quite as together as I usually am. I've just been all over the place this year, but I'm working on it. I'm working through some things. But what I do appreciate is this time of year is always a good opportunity to, take a step back and of course, we talked about a little bit of Thanksgiving. Just be thankful for what you do have, the things that are going right, and the blessings that you do have, and what's going on right now. And the example I gave you earlier this year was, like the time I told you about how, I had a blowout on the highway, on my way to a meeting, but I had a blowout and rolled forward to a stop right in front of, the mechanic shop, and they, the tire, it was actually a tire place, and they hooked me right up, and I still got to my meeting on time.
Nice.
Was it was last year, right, that I got hit by a semi, but I had no injuries, and so, it's just taking the negatives and turning it into a positive. Yeah, I got hit by a semi, but I walked away from it with nary a scratch on me, so I was blessed. Some people could just look at that and say, shit, no, if you were having good luck, you wouldn't have gotten hit by a semi. But no, the positive is, I was going to get hit by a truck.
Right.
I didn't have to walk away from it, right?
Right.
So, anyways, it's all about the little things, right?
Right. It's a perspective, man.
So, anyways,
Yep.
This time of year is really good for that, because I think all of the extra love and positivity in the air that Christmas brings, I don't know, it just helps lift my spirits a little bit, So, it helps me get that perspective a little better. Thank you so much, G, my man. That's when you get adopted by a wolf and you wake up as a wild child. And then you take over as the king of Fenris.
That could happen.
Anyways, I know we were talking about having a short show tonight. And I know that it's Christmas Eve on the other side of the pond already for those of you who have woken up on the other side of the world. And for our brothers like G and Kaiju and our brother Weather Pig. We haven't heard from him in a while. I need to touch base.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, I know you guys are
face.
well into Christmas Eve now. So we're going to give you guys back a little bit of your time on a Christmas Eve, and just let you guys know it's been a wonderful experience spending our Christmas Eve with you guys. Freak, any closing thoughts for you, my brother?
No, man, I'm glad. Here's the thing. I don't know why, but I was thinking, what's today? Because normally I don't have Fridays off, and so I was thinking, is today Friday? Friday it felt like a Saturday. Like, oh crap, we got a live stream. I had to reach out to Methos. Hey, and I don't know why, but I was under the impression that I think nothing was going to happen for the stream. I was like, no, I kind of want to do it. I want to at least say hi to everybody and wish everybody Merry Christmas and stuff. So Methos goes, oh yeah, I'm planning to do that. Oh hell, okay, let's do it.
And then by the same token, I knew you with the new job. I didn't know you were off today, and I was like, and everybody's kind of probably busy for Christmas Eve, and I was like, I'll just jump on to do the show.
Yeah,
and we were like both on the same page, like, yeah, let's jump on to do it. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, no, man, I'm really glad that we were able to do it tonight, and see everybody off, and wish everybody from the Frost and Fist, a Merry Christmas, because you guys have you guys pull for us. You're our biggest cheerleaders, our biggest supporters. You guys can come and hang out with us, even when some of our content might not be the greatest. Sometimes we get all pissy. Sometimes sometimes we might get it right every now and then. But for the most part, we do appreciate it. Give credit where credit's due. Methos does all of the heavy lifting when it comes to the group and the community, and make sure that he rallies the community together. He's really good about reaching out to other YouTubers. And what am I stepping on? Reaching out to other content creators and supporting them. Mentioning things, saying, "Hey, love your work." Just giving a little comments here and there. Somebody say Julio.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And it's part of Methos' MO. That's what he does. He really takes it serious, and he likes to touch base with everybody in the community and making sure that everybody knows that we do care, right? And he definitely sets the example when it comes to that. I personally have learned a lot when it comes to things like that. I try to do my best, to try to reach out when I can. Of course, when I'm running around like a chicken with a head cut off with work and life and family and all. But I mean, this is who we are. This is the Frost and Fist. This is Methos and Freak. This is us. I'm hoping next year that we'll be able to offer a little more. Can't promise it, because we've had ideas and thoughts, and a lot of times they didn't come through. But one of the things that I was hoping it would be to get a new camera, and I did. The quality is better. Our videos are better. The video quality I think is better. Content, man, I think it probably be better. But
I was bragging on you earlier on Hobby Corner Kev's show, because he asked about the gaming side of what we do.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, well, I haven't put out a gaming stream in about a month or so now, but I was mentioning that you, on the other hand, have upgraded to the same camera that Markiplier uses for his Let's Play, and I thought that was pretty neat.
Well, I'll be honest, the last game that I did was Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy. And that is a raging ass game. And I was like, this is going to be fun. This is going to be fine. It's going to be great. I have gotten more views on that stupid game just on the 45 minutes that I played it than I had on the Bigfoot game that I thought was funny and was hilarious. And, it was a collab with me, Nina Chick, and Oni. No, everybody liked to see me go nuts, raging and stuff. So I got to do another one. So I'll be recording one hopefully before the end, probably Monday, since I'm off Monday.
I think also like the content, like Getting Over is known, like, because Markiplier put it on the map,
Yeah.
And so that's one of the things. It's searchable. People like it. It's a known name.
Yep. If you guys are not familiar or have not seen it, let me see if I can get.
I got it right here.
Okay.
Here is the video if you want to check out Brother Freak yelling, going full salt mode on a video game. This is Getting Over It. It is the video game that literally made Markiplier fling a chair in anger.
He actually freaking did. Merry Christmas, Darklight Dreamer.
Darklight, my brother. Good to see you, brother. I need to call you after the show.
Be careful what he calls. He's called me all kinds of things. And
but Merry Christmas Eve to you too, brother.
Yes, absolutely. Merry Christmas, my friend. But yeah. So go check it out. Leave a comment if you can. Really watch the whole thing because I keep everything. He never really did get over it. I really was going in with it calm, cool, and collective, but I'm not going to ruin it for you. No spoilers here. Go check it out, and then you tell me what you think in the comments. And tell me if you think I should continue, because that's a thing too. Yeah, I never want to hear that from my wife. Bro, I need to talk to you. Why you call me bro?
Oh, no, I didn't mean for that to induce your anxiety. I just meant I needed to talk about the plans for tomorrow with you, so that way we're on the same page. That wasn't a
It does sound like we need to talk. He does that to me too, Darklight. Every now and then he was like, "Yeah, we need to talk." I'm like, "I'm in trouble. I'm so in trouble."
I do that with the girls without even thinking about it. I'm like, "Girls, come see me when you're done with that. I need to talk to you." And they're like,
yeah. That crap right there. And I'm thinking, it's going. I'm just brainstorming through my mind. Like I'm literally having a storm in my brain. Like, okay, what did I do?
What is he upset about?
Something? Is he mad? Why is he mad? What did I do? Why is he mad? And I start getting mad. I didn't do anything to make him mad. He needs to stop being a bitch. What? What the hell is wrong with him? I didn't do anything to him.
Oh yeah, I just want to talk about if we should have so and so on the show tonight.
Sorry. And then when I'm talking to him, when I'm like, "What's up, man? Like, bring it. Come on, fight me. 1v1 me, man." And then he goes, "Yeah, I just want to talk to you about what your thoughts about bringing somebody else on." Yeah. And he's like, "You okay?" "Yeah, I'm fine."
I'm sorry I called you a bitch. Wait, would you call me a bitch? Nothing? Why do you phrase that like a manager? I think it's just from working as a manager for like years.
Yeah. I do the same thing to people, and it's just...
Darklight, we need to talk. The talk is really, how was your day? Why do you do that? What?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I think I'm at over 15 years in management now, so that's why I talk like that. It's just a habit now. Oh, plus it's also, my time in military school probably drilled it into me. HEB be crazy during Christmas, and all I can say about the last couple of days is all I can say about the last couple of days. I bet.
He's right. Like the new HEB that just opened up here on 1488, really nearby my house. Oh my God, it's a madhouse. Everybody's gone mental. It's like, store? Can you just calm down? Calm down. Walk. Don't run. You don't have to. Oh God. Yeah, no, he's right. It's just been nuts, man. But HEB is a really amazing store.
Oh yeah, and I'm sure, being that he works at the fresh seafood counter, sure he's got all kinds of people wanting to get fancy for their Christmas Eve parties, Christmas Day parties, that kind of stuff.
Stop it, Elstonation. Just stop it. God. Hey. In 5 minutes, I'm going to start a conversation with you. And that's the stuff that I used to have to do when, I mean, I did it mostly for when I was in the, when I was doing, what do you call it, security. Because, oh man, some of the staff in security were just kind of really just, not everybody, but for the most part, you really kind of had to talk to them like they were kids, So, I would definitely bring down the voice a couple of octaves. You know what? Why don't you do this? Once you're going to put your stuff down, go sit over there and I'll be there in a minute. Yeah, that, and they're like, no, just put it down. Just sit down over there. I just want you to go sit down over there. Give me about 5 minutes and I'll be with you. We're gonna have a conversation.
Oh, man. Last week when it was just me and Oni, I had some stories that you would have been great to chip in on. Like when we had to start making the rule about taking all of the officers' radios from them before giving them any discipline, even if it wasn't bad. Remember the one officer that was a very simple, like, all right, well, pending investigation, we're going to have to give you the day off for this. They just went running and screaming through the parking lot with the radio. Our boss saw out of the radio, we need someone to so-and-so, so-and-so. And she just popped on the radio like, don't listen to that bitch. I switched the channel to maintenance, called a fake, fire code, switched over to the client's line, called a fake intruder code. It was a crazy day. We just said, hey, we need to investigate. Why don't you go home for the rest of the day?
They just lost it. Oh my god.
HEB has been insane. I ordered stuff from last night, and they're already had all their pickups filled until 7. Whew. Miniature Paintbrush, what's up, my brothers? What is up, baby? We were actually just closing it out, brother. We were actually just closing. We actually started saying goodnight about 20 minutes ago, but
our goodbyes are all. Yeah.
Your brothers can get a little long-winded because that's what we do, baby.
Just imagine the Von Trapp family saying, singing the song goodbye or whatever. That's us. 4 hours later.
It used to be something when Lily and I first got married. Anytime it used to be time for to say goodnight to the group, Lily used to be like, anytime you say goodnight to your brothers, it's always going to be at least another 30, 40 minutes.
I'm bad about that, too.
Maybe.
I have to make my rounds,
That's when you start getting ready to go 30 minutes earlier.
Oh, man. It's like, all right, guys, I'm out. Hugs. Daps. All right. Anyways, so.
Hey, will you be at that thing tomorrow? Hey, let me know. Do I bring something? Oh, yeah, I remember that guy did. Why he was trashy, wasn't he? And then a whole conversation starts going on like 4 hours later. Oh, I was supposed to leave.
Brother Roxas is right. That's how we hang outside restaurants for hours. Oh, okay. Mitch Paper says, I'm as late as an accidental pregnancy. I read that at first as, I'm late because of an accidental pregnancy.
I read that too.
Wait, what?
I had
to reread that like 3 times.
I was like, that is physically impossible. That is, I don't know. Have I got that wrong? This whole time?
Merry Christmas, Running Bear. Hell's Nation says, I'm long-winded. I have to apologize to people in the room and open the windows. Oh, God.
That I can appreciate, Hell's Nation. You know me. I'm all about the toilet humor, bro. This guy. Oh, my gosh. Anyway, so we appreciate every one of you guys. You guys are awesome.
Sure.
Hey, by the way, if you don't have anything better to do besides watching my video, and go check it out. Hey, by the way, go check out Dark Light Dreamer stuff as well. He is on Twitch. Please just dig up Dark Light Dreamer on Twitch. You're gonna see some really, really amazing Let's Plays. And make sure you get the notifications, because his stuff is amazingly badass. But anyway, go and check out some of our old stuff. Methos hates it when I do that.
No, don't check out. Unless you want to go check out our 12 days of G-Dubs.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Special.
Hey, link that. That would be funny.
Oh man,
I forgot all.
I really should remember to start putting that up earlier in the year.
Yeah. It's all right. We're still
all
got a
right.
couple.
There is Twitch TV, Darklight Dreamer, my favorite Twitch streamer. Right behind him, Atsdarva. And then 12 days of G-Dubs. I love that one pops up right away. I'm sure G-Dubs isn't a very common phrase, but still, I appreciate that we're the first thing to pop up. Working on the Fenris tutorial. Nice. Guys, right there are 12 days of G-Dubs. It is our Frost and Fist Christmas Carol. We actually are looking to do a little more music together in the future.
Yep.
I don't know why Freak insists when he knows I can't sing a lick, but I enjoy singing, though, and you all have to suffer. But good, it's a mess, but we had a lot of fun working on the 12 Days of Christmas together. Much love, boys. Have a fantastic Christmas, and the best to you and your families. The best to you and your family as well, brother. Merry Crumpmas to all, and the legends in the chat.
Hell yeah.
Merry Christmas from us to all of you guys. And if you guys like tonight's stream, please make sure that you grab up an ox and smash that like button in the name of the Emperor. Did we ever get the cow back?
Oh, yeah, he's on. He's on right now.
Oh, sweet.
I can't believe how ugly that is. It's just hideous. I forgot how nasty it looks.
Drop us some comments. Oh my gosh.
Right? Is
that a new one? I don't remember that.
That's the same one. That's the ox. I've had him for a long time, and then.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
maybe I just haven't looked at him.
No, I know. Me neither. But
we're gonna have to commission something for that.
I know. We got to find better ox. So yeah.
And if you guys are not yet subscribed to any of our Friends of the Frost and Fist in the link tree down below, go check that out. And if you're not subscribed to these guys, then we would love to have you as part of the pack. So subscribe. Until next time, guys, stay frosty. Merry Christmas.